has been receiving so much praise from the community. People started using it in ranked play, at least just testing it out. It's to that point where people are testing it out in ranked play. Oh, I'm dead. Oh my god. I don't even know what to do here. Oh my god. I don't even know what to, dude, I need to reload. We need a chill pill, but it's only 30 seconds in the timer. That's what makes these nukes so scary. Oh my god. Don't sign me. Thank you, I'm alive. Look at the range! Yo, what is going on, guys? So in today's video, I'm gonna be giving you the updated best settings to be using here in Modern Warfare 2 after the Season 3 update. Now, not much has changed, but I do want to answer some questions from my previous update video and show you where some of the settings were that people were struggling to find. Now quickly, make sure you guys are subscribed with all those notifications on so you don't miss out on future uploads. We got a lot of weapon tuning that went on. I'll be doing more updated settings videos anytime something changes or they add a new setting, whatever it may be. And then do me a solid by clicking that thumbs up button. If today's settings video helps you out, the chances are it could help others out. And clicking that thumbs up button helps push the video out and gives us more exposure. Without further ado, let's hop into the updated Season 3 settings. Starting off with the juicy stuff, my controller settings. So I show my controller off every settings video. Nothing has changed about my controller in Season 3. Oh, the Cronus, Nah, I'm just playing. So here's my controller. This right paddle right here, or this left one actually, this one is for jumping, and then this one right here is for dolphin diving or sliding. And the reason they're back here for me is so I can keep my thumbs on the analog sticks and I don't have to take them off to press these buttons while I'm either running or aiming. So I can keep my aim just centered on the enemy rather than taking off to go jump or slide or whatever it may be. I got control freaks on my analog sticks. My aiming one is the one that's a little bit higher. Again, you do not need this controller in order to play well or whatever it may be, but this is just what I'm using, and I thought it was important to show it to you. Also, showing off my controller explains the reasoning behind my button layout and stick layout being default, because I got the paddles in the back right here. I don't need to take my thumbs off the analog sticks. Everything just works perfectly for me where I got it right here. Controller vibration, make sure this is off. Man, I preach this every settings video. You want to have this off. I know a lot of you may have it on because at default it's on and you feel great with it on. You tried it off, it doesn't feel right. Trust me, 3 days of playing without controller vibration, your aim is going to improve significantly. It's messing you up and you have no idea. When you're firing your weapon trying to aim at someone, your controller's just shaking your hands. How could that be any help? Turn this off immediately. You'll thank me later. My sensitivity, I don't think it's changed too much. I play on a 6.5. The reasoning behind the vertical sensitivity being a little bit lower is because this isn't like a jetpack Call of Duty in the terms of I don't need to look in the sky for an enemy or look on the ground too. Like I'm not looking vertically so often, so it doesn't need to be as high. And then horizontally, I have it bumped up a little bit more because I'm looking left and right for the enemy. So it needs to be a little bit more quick and snappy, and it just feels the most comfortable. Is this the best sensitivity in the world, and should you all use it right now? No, I think you guys should use what makes you the most comfortable. Is this like a great starting ground, and should you try it out and maybe you like it for yourselves and adjust from there? Yeah, 100%. My ADS sensitivity multiplier, I think this did change a tad bit. I was playing quite a bit of Destiny, so it was kind of having me tweak out a little bit. I knocked this down to a 0.85, and man, oh man, that was a little too slow. And I feel like 0.90 is the best. And basically what ADS sensitivity multiplier is anytime you're aiming down sights, your sensitivity is a little bit more different. So if you're on controller like myself, I highly recommend knocking it down from a 1 to a 0.95 just to test it out, and then maybe try out what I have here. It makes your aiming and your sensitivity just so much stronger and better. You're gonna land a lot more shots, and this is an absolute game changer that not a lot of people are changing. For my sensitivity multipliers, I don't think nothing really changes. My third person one has been a 0.95 since the game came out, but I do not play third person. My vertical aim axis, I don't change anything there. And then for gameplay, my automatic sprint, you want to have this on automatic tactical sprint. So when it's on this, I can actually head to the firing range really quickly with a random setup here. So when I head to the firing range, when I just press this up, I'm automatically tactical sprinting. So that's when you see your weapon up in the air, that is how you know you are going the fastest you can go. All I'm doing is that I'm not pressing or anything like that. So that's why you want to have that on, because if you don't have it on, you're going to have to press your left analog stick and then go up. So it takes like a split second to do that, and you're jamming your left analog stick. It could just lead to wear and tear on your controller. You're going to need to get a new one. It's a mess. It's just so much more convenient to just go up and be going the full speed you possibly can be with automatic tactical sprint on. Equipment behavior hold, weapon, I got ADS melee. Tap to reload is really good, so you don't even need to hold it down. You just got to press and you're reloading. Tap to interact is really good for Warzone or DMZ when you're spam picking up items, but then you don't want that on in multiplayer because you're going to be spam picking up random weapons off the ground when you're trying to reload. It's bad, so make sure you have tap to reload. Armor behaviors should be apply all, so instead of having to hold down the triangle button to apply the plates, you just press it once and boom, it's putting all the plates on for you. And in my advanced controller settings, my target aim assist is on. Make sure you have it on or your aim ain't gonna be sticky and helpful. Now my aim assist type seems to be a very hot topic in the comments. A lot of people were like, Frizz, why aren't you using Black Ops? Isn't that one better? You had it previously. Well, it was brought to my attention that it was nerfed, and I was aware of the nerf, but I didn't think it was nerfed to the point where default was the move. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go back to default, and I played on default, tested it out for myself, and I came to the conclusion they're very, very similar. It's very hard to tell the difference, but default overall to me just felt a little bit better. So that's the reason I'm on a default aim assist type. The rest of them aren't as, I guess, strong or helpful as default is. Third person ADS corrective type is assist. I don't change this either for those of you who like to play third person. For aim response curve type, I'm on dynamic. Any other options, the wrong option, make sure you're on dynamic. My ADS sensitivity multiplier focus, which is for all scopes in the game, is at a 0.90, just like my regular is. But maybe you want to do like a 0.95 if you want like quick scope or drag scopes. It's a little bit more smooth, but I find a 0.90 to be perfect for myself personally. And I just got done using the FGX Imperium. Your boy was frying with it, and this felt perfect. Moving on to dead zones, my left and right minimum, I actually have a little bit different. So my right analog stick does have a little bit of stick drift, so I bump it up a little bit. That's usually what dead zones are there for. So if you have a little bit of stick drift, knock it up a little bit. But my left and right are normally at a 0.7. It just feels the most right. For the left and right, make sure the max is 1 for no matter what's wrong with your controller. The left and right triggers, this has to be 0, or you're gonna have a little bit of delay on your triggers, which is a no-go. You want it to be instant, so make sure that is both at 0 there. The gyro behavior, whatever the hell you want to call it, skip all this. You want that off. Do not mess with this at all. Movement behaviors, auto move forward, I have off. I mean, it's kind of a personal preference. I don't think you need it on. Grounded mantle, make sure this is on. Automatic airborne mantle, make sure it's partial. Automatic ground mantle's off. The rest of this, I think, is off. Parachute auto deploy, you can turn this off so you can get as close to the ground as you would like to get before having to pull your chute. Sprinting DoorDash is on, and I think the rest of this is kind of just on cruise control. I didn't really do much with any of this. I kind of just left it all alone there. So we can move on now to the graphic settings, which I mention all the time, man. I do not mess with my graphic settings. I had a like a PC guru optimizer go on the game for me when it first came out and mess with these settings, and I haven't touched them since. So if there's any questions you have here, I'll try my best to answer them, but here is all of my graphic settings if you guys are interested in that. My brightness here is a 50. I get asked all the time about the filters I have. It's actually on my OBS, which is how I record my videos. I have it on for you guys. What I see on my monitor is a little bit different because I have like settings on my monitor specifically for me so I could see. And yeah, that's just how that goes. The rest of this is, you know, make sure HDR is off or your screen's going to be a little bit darker. Quality settings, same goes for this. Again, I did not mess with any of this, but I'll scroll down, showcase all of it. If you guys have any comments or questions, concerns, let me know in the comments. I'll try my absolute best to answer, but this is a good mixture between having frames and beautiful quality in game, and that's what I'm there for, man. I'm not looking for specific frames, only quality. I want a little bit of both, and that's exactly what I'm getting with these settings right here. So do as you wish with them, and so be it. I know not everyone has a PC to play on. Moving on to our view graphic settings. So my field of view is a 115. I used to play on a 120, but I knocked it down to a 115 because it just felt a little bit better. 120 was just a little too far back for me personally, and 115 just felt very, very right. I honestly thought about going down to 110. So you could mess with this however you want. I think a good starting ground, if you haven't really messed with this, is maybe a 100, 110, 115. That middle area is really, really sweet. ADS field of view, make sure yours is unaffected, so visually your weapon appears to have less recoil. That's literally what this does. For your weapon field of view, make sure it's on wide. Wide is going to make your weapon appear smaller on screen in game, so you can visibly just see a lot better outside of it, and you can see the images on the right hand side. Default, your weapon's a little bit bigger. Narrow, your weapon is larger than normal. And then wide, your weapon's going to appear smaller so you could see better. Outside of that, third person FOV is a 90. Moving on, this is a crucial thing to change. Out of all the settings I've covered, this is this is like top 3 most important. First person camera movement, knock this down to least. Right now, yours is probably at default because that's just how it is. Your camera movement was not going to be moving at all. It's going to be very steady. Your game's overall going to feel and look a lot more smooth. Game changer, to say the least. And you got to do the same as well for third person. I don't think I changed anything else. That's it for the graphics settings. We kind of flew through that. Audio settings, I ain't gonna lie, man. I hear a lot better in this game after tweaking my audio settings a little bit. I found headphone bass boost to be the best. I did try out PC. I tried out headphones, home theater even, and headphones bass boost just felt the best. For master volume, mine's at 54 because for some reason it is blaring in my ears at 100, and 54 is perfect. Any higher, I can't hear anything else. Gameplay music, I highly recommend turning this off so you could focus more on footsteps and literally everything else. Like, the music is just kind of there for distraction or to intensify certain moments, but you don't need this on at all. Dialogue I have at 50. I feel like the announcers and the dialogue is a little too loud, so I knock it down to 50s once again, just so I could focus on footsteps. Effects I have at 100. Voice chat's at 10. Cinematic music, which is just got added, I knocked this down to 10. Sometimes I feel lonely in the main menu, so I like to hear it a little bit. You could probably hear it in today's video. The rest of my audio, stereo, you gotta have it on stereo. I think they recently changed it, so at default it is stereo. Windows default actually completely messes with things, so make sure it's on stereo. I think everything else is kind of default. I didn't really mess with anything else here. I think I just went over the mono audio. Make sure this is off. If it's not off, your audio will not be split. So when you're just gonna hear the same things out of your left and right ear. If you have this off, it's split, so it's different channels where you could actually hear directional footstep audio. I think this is probably the most important audio setting. This has to be off. Reduce the, you already know, sound. Yeah, turn this on so the concussion and flash grenade isn't overpowering any other audio when that does happen to you, because if you have this on, then you're able to hear footsteps a little bit better when you are concussed or flashed. So I think that's very important as well. My hit markers is MW. You could do classic if you like, and I think that's it for the audio settings. Finally, we have the interface settings, which I had some people asking about the telemetry settings, which we'll get to a little bit. But my text chat size is all default. My color settings, you guys can, I guess, copy this if you like. I like to have them very vibrant, and they're just very easy to understand. My team, it's green. The other team, it's red. It's very self-explanatory. If I'm playing in a party or whatever it may be, they're blue. I'm yellow, and then I have neutral's white, contested is yellow. Just very straightforward. That's like how I like my colors. Subtitles, I have them all off. It's just extra nonsense on the screen that does not need to be there, in my opinion. For your HUD, it's in your interface settings. I think a lot of people were asking where they could find these. It's literally right below the subtitles. If you knock these down to 0, everything, your HUD, minimap, field upgrade, ammo, kill streaks, what else is there? Your mini-map, all of that is gonna be squished in a lot better. So if you're trying to look at your radar, you don't need to look very far away because it's gonna be closer to the center of your screen. So it could help you recenter back to your screen a lot better. Game changer. It is so much better to have it all pulled in towards you so you could just see everything, quickly look at it rather than having to look a little further than you normally would. It's such a little thing that is an absolute game changer. So make sure you knock your HUD bounds down to 0. Minimap, make sure it's square. You can see on the images right here, the square minimap showcases a lot more in the radar rather than the circle minimap. Gotta have it on square. Minimap rotation is on. Horizontal compass, it's personal preference. If you like to call out using that, you're more than welcome to keep it on. I personally don't use it whatsoever, and it's just kind of extra nonsense on my screen once again, so I take that off. I don't need it. Crosshairs is on. Hit marker visuals is on. Damage based hit markers is on. players' names are abbreviated, so I don't think I have to only display the full name of players. Yeah, or you could do icons. That might also be a good one where you could just only see their dot over their head. That might be helpful. In-game text chat's on. I don't think I have. Oh, this, you have like a big white dot in the middle of your screen. This could help some of you aim. You could turn it on if you want. I don't really need it. Telemetry, here it is. It's right past, what settings are these? Right past the HUD settings. Telemetry. Boom. FPS counter, server latency, packet loss. I like to have these three on. I think these are the three most important telemetry settings that give you quite a bit of information. So I like to have that on for my personal gain. Connection meter, I have this off. I used to have it on, but I ain't gonna lie, man. Good gravy. It is so big on my screen, it's unbelievable. Gameplay tips, I'm turning this off. I hate when it tells me what I need to do. Turn that off. Tool tips off. I don't need any of that on. If I'm lagging or there's something going on in game, I have those on. Inverted flash. Oh, this is a game changer. They added this in the Season 2 Reloaded update. With this off, your screen goes black instead of white, and I think the effects are so much just like lessened when it's black instead of white. You gotta have this off. Game changer when you're flash banged. Parallax reflex on, and that's pretty much it. A kind of network. I mean, here, I don't know what you would need to know, but there you have it. Holy cow, man. This one felt like a longer settings video than normal, but there you go. Those are all my settings here in Modern Warfare 2. I hope this helped you guys out. A little bit of a longer video. If you guys made it to the end, do me a solid. Comment down below best settings. That's how I know you made it to the end of the video. I'll be liking hard in your guys' comments. Please click that thumbs up button, man. Again, your boy went as in-depth as possible. I'll see you in the next upload. Only if you guys are subscribed with all those notifications on. I'll see you all in the next one. You guys all stay safe. Have a great day, and I'm out. Peace.